Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of my Class 158 comparison. Part 1 was about the original Class 158 DLC pack that came out from Train Simulator way back in 2008-2009. So the Class 158 that I'm going to focus on this video is the Class 158 that comes with the Settle to Carlisle route add-on. Now it's in northern train colours. But yeah, it doesn't really look much different from the other Class 158. The roof on this one isn't as shiny, and there seems to be a little bit more, maybe a little bit more detailing on the roof than there was on the original version. Again, there's some exhaust smoke, things like that. Let's have a look at the back. Yeah, not too bad. Now I'm in a quick drive scenario on the Portsmouth Direct Line, so because we've set it up exactly as it is before, hopefully the train should be in exactly the same place as it was in the last video, ready for our acceleration and deceleration test. Now, there is a little bug with this particular Class 158 though. It seems that from Train Simulator 2015, the headlights don't work anymore. So if we go to the headlights here, you basically just get you just get the rear lights and that's it. Now it is a known bug, but Dovetail Games haven't fixed it, but I will post a link in the forum in the description to this video, because on the UK Train Sim forum there is a thread about it, and there is a fix, and what you have to do is you have to go to one of the bin files and edit some text. Of course, if you don't want to do that, then obviously, well, you don't do it. I'm not saying you have to, but that's one way you can fix the problem, and then the headlights will work again. So let's go in the cab and see if there's any differences there. So the first thing that you notice with the Class 158 that you get with the Settle to Carlisle line is that there's rain effects on the cab. As you can see, on the previous version there was no rail effects. On this version, there is. Apart from that, let's have a look if there's anything else. Still not much happening down here. Obviously we've been through the headlight issue. The headlights don't work properly. Let's have a look along here. Now on the other one, none of these seem to do anything, whereas here we've got some cab lights now. So at least there's some cab lights in this version when there wasn't cab lights in the other. Still nothing else though seems to work. Still have the usual things here, brakes and stuff like that. And that wasn't very good, was it? And that's just completely screwed everything up. Oh dear, what did I go and do that for? Well, so now let's just restart the scenario again. It's very quick. Right, now don't touch anything. Now the reason why I had to restart was because in a moment I'll be doing a acceleration and deceleration test, and obviously then I moved, didn't really help. So let's have a look to see at the passenger view. Now as you can see, this passenger view is basically the same as the passenger view on the original Class 158. So let's have a look to see if anything else has changed. Now still looks the same driver. Now the textured cab looks the same, so let's have a walk through the train. And first of all, wow, so now there's some differences in the people. The people don't seem so low res, and they've slightly more detailed passengers, although I really don't know what's going on here. It seems like some of the passengers have decided to, well, sit on this guy's lap. Why is that? I just don't understand. And this guy here has decided, well, I think he got on the train, he said, look love, you know, my seat here is reserved, look, and he's decided to sit in her seat because, you know, He wants to sit in his reserved seat here. He wants to have a beer. So no, that's not going to happen either. So yeah. So yeah, once again. Anyway, so let's go out through the train. And as you can see, yeah. Let's see if there's any difference with the door animations. No, it's still the same. Still very quick. Still very quick door animations. So anyway, let's have a quick look at the manual that you get with the information about the Class 158 for the Seattle to Carlisle line. Just going to mute the sound. Right, so let's just take a look at the manual here. So this is the manual that you'd get with the Seattle to Carlisle route. You get the route, and then you also had a Class 158, a Class 66, and a Class 37, and also a couple of steam locomotives, some freight, and some Mark I coaches. If you ever see this route on sale, it might be a good idea to get hold of it. Now here you go here. So this gives you a little bit about the thing. It tells you here it's for Train Simulator 2012. That was the version of Train Simulator the route actually came out for at the time. You will find that there's repaints that will work, that will kind of explicitly say for the Class 158 from the Seattle to Carlisle route. So bear that in mind as well. The reason for this was because of the fact that the this version had the rain effects, working headlights, which obviously don't work since Train Simulator 2015. But apart from that, but yeah, there you get some information. You can also change the destination board now. Let's actually have a look at that in a moment. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Is there anything else about the route? I'm just scrolling down. There's told you about the steam engines, but is there actually anything else about the train itself? Any more information? No, not really. So you still don't get any really good information about what the things in the cab do, for example. Yeah. So let's go back to the train anyway. So let's go back to the train and let's have a look at that. Was it Shift N and N to change the destination board? Let's have a look, see if that changes anything. Shift and N. Or maybe that was just in the scenario. Okay. Maybe you have to go in the cab, maybe. Oh. No idea. Sure, that's something somebody can work out a bit later. But anyway, while we're in the cab now, what I thought we'd do, we could do the acceleration and deceleration test. So let's see what happens. Put some sound back on. It's a little bit quiet. Right, so what I'll do is I'll take the brake off, accelerate to 100%, get to 60, and then put the emergency brake on and see where we stop. See if there's any differences between this version of the train and the earlier version. Let's go. I can't really notice any differences yet, but we'll soon find out when we get, for example, the platform at Bedhampton. I believe that we got there and we were going at about 50, I believe, when we went through the station. Now I don't remember the track sounds before either. Yeah, it seems about the same. Almost at 60 now. Now I believe we were just under this bridge, or just past this bridge, when we yeah, I'd say that was very much very similar to the other one. Yeah, so it looks like the physics for this version hasn't really changed much at all from the other version. Although we'll see from the other versions later on if it has or not. So this is the end of part 2. Now part 3 is going to focus on the Class 158 that you get with the Manchester to Liverpool route. So until then, bye for now.